Hi there, this is Ed Herzog from edherzog.com, and today I want to show you the brand new version of WP Rocket. This is version 3.7, which was just released a few days ago. Now, I'm not going to give you a full demonstration of every single feature that's available in WP Rocket because I just did that for version 3.6. So if you do want a full demonstration, you can find that video on my YouTube channel. I've got a playlist with a few different WP Rocket videos, or you can search on my channel to find that video. What I'm going to do instead is show you what's new in version 3.7. So let me switch over to my desktop and I'll show you the new features in version 3.7 of WP Rocket. So here I am on a blog post on the WP Rocket webpage. This is the official release blog post for version 3.7. And the first feature here, the one that people are really excited about, is delay of JavaScript execution. Now, what does that mean? Well, as they describe it here, it's essentially like lazy loading. If you're familiar with lazy loading for images, basically when you scroll down on a website, the images don't load until you reach the point where the images are on that particular website. So this is somewhat similar. It says here, in terms of JavaScript, not all scripts are relevant for the initial page render, and delaying them can improve the loading time. Now, you do have to, this is going to be very individual for each website. You have to look at your website, look at what JavaScript you use on your website, and then decide which ones can be delayed. The example they give here is, if you have a JavaScript that's connected to an exit intent pop-up. Well, you don't need that to load right away, because obviously the pop-up isn't going to load until the person tries to leave the website. That's not something you need to load initially. But again, you do have to go through your particular website and decide what JavaScript you can delay. This, for example, this is a comment in the WP Rocket users group. Someone said, I delayed JavaScript, but now my forms don't work. Any idea why? Obviously there's not a lot of detail here, but if he's talking about something like a contact form, well, that's not something you really want to delay. You want your contact forms to load right away. So you have to go through and look at your particular website and decide what you can delay on your website. And so if we come over here to WP Rocket, this particular feature is under File Optimization, Optimize CSS and JavaScript. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you have this option here to delay JavaScript execution. Now they do have a bunch of JavaScript here that is pre-populated within this here that they've already gone through and tested and made sure that these are ones that are safe to delay. Now a lot of these you probably don't have on your website, and I know that I don't have them, but I went ahead, it doesn't hurt to delay these. It's not going to affect anything to go ahead and leave these in here. But then you're going to need to go through and decide which other ones you can delay on your website. And then, it says here you can specify keywords that identify inline or JavaScript files to be delayed, one per line. And they give more information here in terms of how to determine what exactly to put in here. So that's it. It's very simple. Again, like everything on WP Rocket, it's one click to turn something on, and then you'll have to figure out what to put in here, but in general it's very simple to set up. So that is the first feature, and something that can definitely absolutely speed up the loading of your web page, because JavaScript is one of the things that really can slow down a website in terms of its initial loading time. The next feature that they have here, scroll down here a bit. Scroll down quite a ways. Here we go. Preload links. So what does that mean? Okay, this does not actually impact load time. It impacts perceived load time. It's not for the initial page. It's for subsequent pages. As I understand it, when somebody is on your website, if they're starting to hover over a link that is on your website, that WP Rocket, and I have no idea how this technology works, but it will anticipate that you're going to click on that link. So right now I'm hovering over this link here that says perceived performance, and so WP Rocket is going to anticipate that I'm going to click on that link. So it's going to start loading that link in the background, okay? And so then if I do decide to click on that link, it should speed up at least, again, the perceived load time. So let's go ahead and open that. Yeah, that loaded pretty quickly, right? That was very fast. Again, there are a few things still rendering in the background, but at least in terms of rendering on my computer, that went pretty quickly. So that is what Preload Links is. To activate that, again, it's just one simple click. I have to remember where this is at. It's probably going to be under Preload. That would make the most sense. Yeah, right there. Again, it's a one-click thing. So enable link preloading. You don't have to do anything else. Very simple to set up. So what else is new in this version? Well, the other thing that's very important is that they decided to remove a couple of features. Although actually, in some ways, it's not really removed. One they made now basically mandatory, okay? So there's no longer an option to turn on or off. They found that 94% of people were using this option to optimize Google fonts. And they're getting very, very, very few customer support requests related to this. So now it just happens automatically. You don't have to turn it on. It just works, okay? So very simple. They just eliminated that. The other one is they eliminated the option to minify HTML. And the reason is that, let's come down here, it says it's now obsolete. Oops, went too far there. Hold on a second. So it says GTmetrix depreciated its recommendation to minify HTML as the effect on the overall performance is not significant anymore. Performance tools like PageSpeed Insight and Pingdom tools have been ignoring this recommendation for a while, so we feel confident that the minify HTML option is no longer needed. So based on those changes, they've decided to remove the basic setting areas inside the file optimization tab, which, as you can see here, this is how it used to look. You had the option to minify HTML and optimize Google fonts. This you no longer have as an option because it's not necessary, and this is now automatic. So those are the main changes in version 3.7. Again, some, particularly with this delaying JavaScript. Again, I don't put much JavaScript on my website, so it doesn't really do much for me. But there are a lot of websites that, there are tons of JavaScript, and then you don't need to load them all initially. So this allows you to delay them, and you can definitely speed up the loading of your website using that feature. And then a couple other interesting and perhaps nice to have features as well. So if you have any questions about version 3.7, let me know. I'm always willing to help out the best that I can. I will put my affiliate link in the description below. I've been using WP Rocket for years. It's on my list of recommended tools on my website. And so, if you decide to buy this, I do appreciate if you do it via my affiliate link. It gives me a little bit of money. It allows me to continue to make 100% free content. Finally, subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. I've got anywhere from 3 to 5 videos coming out every week for the rest of 2020 and probably into 2021 as well. I like making videos, and seems like in general people enjoy my videos. So anyway, that's it. Hope you have a great day, and hope to see you on the next video. Bye.